Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Diana Batista and I am the lead MA. I am so excited for you guys to be here with me today. This is my first YouTube video, but before we dive into all of the medical knowledge that I have to share with you guys, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight as far as who I am and what my background is. So I have been in the medical field now for 20 years, and it's always so shocking to say that because I'm 34, but it's something I take so much pride in. I started off as a candy striper in the hospital local to my neighborhood, and I loved every second of it. Even though all I did was file papers and walk people to different destinations of the hospital, I took so much passion in being part of a team. I was obsessed with the show ER at the time, and mostly George Clooney. So I just wanted to be in a medical environment. I just thought, if they can look that cool on TV, I want to look that cool in person. And I felt like I did. So we even had a volunteer that was like in her 90s, and she took so much pride in what she did. And I thought, if she still wants to work at her age doing this, just being in the environment, this has got to be the place to be. And I can tell you, after all these years, I was not wrong about that, and I don't think she was either. So my mission with this channel is to share all the knowledge that I've acquired over the last 2 decades. I have been a medical assistant for 17 years, and that's something I take a lot of pride in. My journey started off when I became pregnant at 16, and quickly, my husband and I at the time decided we needed to pick a career and really dive in. We had a family member that suggested the medical assistant program because I told her I had an interest in medicine, but I wasn't sure if I can commit to a longer program because of the pregnancy. So I decided to dive in, and the program only took me 9 months. It was the best decision I've ever made, and I can tell you that over and over and over. Medicine is a universal language. Medicine transcends cultures, whether it's Eastern or Western or traditional or modern and innovative. Medicine has been a constant in every part of our life, every country, every time period, and it's going to continue to be that way as long as there's human life. We're always going to do something to try to make it better and save it, and there's always going to be ailments, unfortunately. So it's going to be our job to always be there. Now, whether you're joining the medical field or you're already a medical assistant or just looking to get into the medical field in any capacity, whether you're a nursing student or a medical student or an EMT or a CNA, I can tell you from experience, it really helps having somebody in the field tell you what the real life applications of everything that you learned in school and have learned, even if you're doing just on the job training. I feel school doesn't always teach you everything that you need to know. So after 2 decades, I feel like I got some things to share with you guys, and they're not bad at all. I really just, life is hard enough, and I really want to make it easier, especially there's so much pressure for us as support services or people in the medical field to be extremely knowledgeable and extremely precise at what we do. There's not ever much room for error because the errors are typically on patients that are going to be able to notice the errors or affected by them. So we have to study, we have to stay on top of education. Education is paramount in this field, especially because medicine is so innovative. Whether you're sticking to a holistic place, you still need to know what's going on in the current in order to adapt and know how to market and things like that. So my mission with this channel is just to share my tips, help you guys study, give you guys the resources, and give you a real life expectation of what it is to work, whether it's a hospital or private care. In my 2 decades of being in the medical field, I tell you, I think I have worked pretty much every field, from pediatrics to cardiology and neurosurgery. I've even worked in the hospital in the ICUs as a patient care technician and nursing aide, and I've worked trauma as well. There's just so many different fields I've covered, and I can tell you there's not one that's better than the other. It's specific to what you like. And honestly, I can tell you, I thought when I was 16, I thought I would be a cardiac thoracic surgeon. And then I think I've changed my mind 10 times. Currently, I work as an independent contractor, and I primarily focus on aesthetics, and I actually work as an esthetician. I have my own studio. I often teach courses for phlebotomy and IV placement, but a lot of what I do is strictly that. It's medical assisting for the bulk of it. I do everything from triaging to lab draws and IVs. I also help circulate in the OR, occasionally different surgical cases. So I have so many resources I want to share with you guys, and I hope you guys are excited about it. There's just something so special about the medical field, and it's a constant. For me, as a single parent, I have 2 girls, and I am a first-generation American from 2 people that immigrated over from the Caribbean. And my parents are amazing, and I've always wanted to be somebody that's supportive with them, whether it was my parents getting sick or dealing with any medical conditions, or even just my daughter, like knowing what was going on in the medical field. when she's going to doctor's offices. It felt empowering to really know what's there. There's just something special about the trust and respect people give you when you're in the field. And I can tell you that's why it's important to invest in your education. You want to make sure that you're earning that trust and that respect, and that you're also delivering the most compassionate, professional, ethical care that's out there. So join me on this journey, and I will get you guys all the tips and tricks and all the resources that I have acquired over the last 2 decades, and we will grow together. Education is something that I do not take lightly. And I can tell you, you're going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And not everything is in these books. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in if you'd like. And feel free to email me. I will make sure I put all my information in the description and the bio. So if you guys have any specific topics that you want to talk about, I will absolutely be willing to go ahead and help you guys out with that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and be sure to tune in for more.